If we see the international political dominance of the US since the World Wars, there has been a consistent pattern that it has never allowed itself to become the battleground of any foreign forces. After the Second World War, the US has always fought proxy wars and it has been distantly involved in direct confrontation with major powers. From the Vietnam War to the Afghanistan War, the US has always tried to contain its enemies in its own area of influence. The result of this policy has been that their economy continued to flourish, which ultimately supported the country to develop its state-of-the-art infrastructure, military and monopolistic businesses like Google, Amazon and Microsoft, which ultimately influenced the modern world. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Apurva, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI English channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. Coming back to the story in this video, I will tell you how India is snatching ASEAN countries from the jaws of China. So let's begin. After China started to imitate the US, India has its own strategies ready to give a bloody nose to China. Learning lessons about political realism in international relations, India is also making strategies to deal with its enemies in its own way. Although hostile with two nuclear-armed neighbors, India is trying to change the goalpost and make its enemy feel the heat in their own neighborhood. In a special association of Southeast Asian nations India Foreign Ministers meeting, the Foreign Minister of India Dr. S. Jaishankar has highlighted the country's commitment to securing the ASEAN's central role in the Indo-Pacific region. Speaking on the same, the Foreign Minister said that ASEAN's role today is perhaps more important than ever before, given the geopolitical challenges and uncertainties that the world faces. The constant consultation and cooperation of India with all ASEAN countries individually, as well as ASEAN organization as a whole, is inclined towards India's Act East policy. India sees all these Pacific Ocean countries as key partners in the development of India. With the focus on development of trade and investment, the other developing area of cooperation is security and defense. Although ASEAN as a group will not be inclined towards security cooperation, but individually India is building a strong security and defense architecture in the neighborhood of China. Due to the aggressive economic and military expansion of China in the Indo-Pacific region, every country in conflict with China is trying to build security and defense cooperation with like-minded countries like India, USA, Japan and Australia. Owing to its muscle-flexing bully behavior and manufactured boundary conflicts with almost all countries in its neighborhood, China now seems to be sidelined by every other country in the Indo-Pacific region. This discontentment about China has provided a great opportunity for India to have a strong defense, security and economic cooperation with its neighbors. The recently announced Indo-Pacific Economic Framework is one of the major organizations which is leading the way ahead. Except China, almost every country in the Indo-Pacific like the United States, Australia, Brunei, Darussalam, India, Indonesia, Japan, Republic of Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam have been included and have formed this alliance to make a strong economic cooperation against China. Further, India at an individual level is also making silent strong cooperation with these countries like selling of world's best cruise missiles BrahMos to Vietnam, Changi Naval Base in Singapore and strategic use of Sabang Port of Indonesia have almost choked China in its own neighborhood. Following the necklace of diamonds, China was trying to encircle India. But India has not only freed the South Asian region from the influence of China, but also encircled China in its own neighborhood with the cooperation of Indo-Pacific countries. And now the regular consultation and cooperation meetings with ASEAN are a way forward in the direction of snatching these countries from the jaws of China. This engagement in the neighborhood of China has also shifted the battleground from Indian Ocean region to the South China Sea.